Brought to you by...
Hello my friends, welcome back to ETF, where today we descend into the far reaches of a field beyond imagination. A place that exists beyond the vastness of time. A Lovecraftian center to a nightmare in which stretches back to the earliest days of man. So sit back, for there will be no escape when we become lost in the tall grass. Based upon the novella collaboratively written by Joe Hill and his father, Stephen King, we travel along with siblings Becky and Cal as they hear the cries of a young boy lost within a field of tall grass. They venture in to rescue him, only to become ensnared themselves by a sinister force that quickly disorients and separates them. Cut off from the world and unable to escape the field's tightening grip, they soon discover that the only thing worse than getting lost is being found. This is a classic Stephen King story design, placing us within the grasp of an ominous and ancient place with dark desires and designs. It doesn't take long for us to gain a grasp of the unusual nature of this field, and what it does once you have entered its field of influence. We begin right when our main characters reach the outskirts of the grass. We're given very little backstory on them, only about enough to give us a brief glimpse at who they are and where they stand in life. The film makes a smart choice to switch characters' perspectives throughout, keeping the situation from getting too stale, by allowing us to learn a little more about each of them as the plot progresses. The use of sound throughout this narrative is impeccable, placing audio that comes isolated from one speaker position, swiftly shifting to another to let the audience experience the disorientation the way these characters do. This creates a situation where the presence within the field is disrupting the perspective of those trapped within it, causing them to lose a semblance of where they are in relation to one another. The film's sound design also utilizes wind and the motion of the grass to create a haunting presence, as if a force is lurking all around them, watching and engineering every move that these characters make. The narrative presents an idea that this place stands as the exact geological center of the country, and at its core rests a monolithic rock, almost strategically placed, possibly having descended from the sky long before life developed here on Earth. We see that a church was built to worship its power, which paints the portrait that this is an ancient place, worshipped for centuries, a place beyond time and space where something old dwells. We see a bowling alley was built at some point, suggesting that man once attempted to claim this land before, but that the grass has since taken it back. The performances throughout this film are fantastic. We are treated to a unique cast of characters who all seem to be on some sort of internal journey of their own. Ross is a man of faith, searching for meaning in a life of business and family, when that life has seemingly lost the meaning for him that it once had. Becky is a young woman in the throes of a hard decision, with an unwanted pregnancy, who is trying to escape from her mistakes. Cal is a confused young man, misguided by his need to protect his sister, who is lost in his pursuit to save her from herself. And Travis, to me, was a man searching for some form of redemption from the many mistakes that have led him to the life that he is currently trapped in. Of all the characters, he's the one whose journey reaches its just end. In the climax, he finds the redemption he seeks by preventing Becky and Cal from ever entering the grass in the first place, which leads her to make the decision that will bring her journey to its just end. This is another incredibly fun and captivating narrative from Stephen King, whose influence is palpable. Many of the threads from his previous stories can be felt throughout this one, and I feel that him teaming with his son Joe granted the opportunity for them to develop something familiar yet oddly different. I'm giving In the Tall Grass an A-. This one comes as a Netflix exclusive and is readily available to all of you who have access. I definitely recommend checking this one out when you have the chance. If you're a fan of Stephen King or Joe Hill, then this is one that will bring you some highly enjoyable narrative elements, interesting and complex characters, and an ominously dark presence that will leave you questioning what truly lies lurking within the tall grass. If you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to let me know. It's just a quick scroll down there to that comment section below. If you're enjoying the channel more than words can describe, shoot me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to show your support even more, come find ETF on Patreon or Tippy, where every pledge and every tip brings you rewards galore. Not to mention allowing me to bring you more films to explore. But all jokes and rhymes aside, if you have any films that you would like me to check out, or that you might like to see reviewed on this channel, feel free to reach out to me here down in the comments, or over on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.